want to talk about the recent student debt relief plan that occurred this week. It's interesting because there's so many different ways to understand what this means. And you could have a conversation on either side of that coin. I know that I think that, when you think of education, that many people believe that a college or university education should be the ticket to upward mobility. And I know that worked for me. So when I think about all these students with enormous debt from thinking that they're doing the right thing, doing the American dream, getting an education to better themselves and their families, and then here they are with this enormous debt. And in my research, I realized that since 1980, the cost of college has nearly tripled, even after accounting for inflation. So, for where we are and the impact that that has done to these students has really delayed or deprived many of them from doing their next like rite of passage, whether it be delaying getting married or buying a home and ultimately having a family. So, how does a country navigate what this means to help without creating more debt for the country and for those people who do pay off their loans? It's really a difficult conversation to understand. But the student debt relief plan was really put in place to provide student loan borrowers kind of breathing room and moving back into a payment plan since the COVID pause. And that final payment delay or pause will be the end of this year, December 31st, 2022, with payments, again, student loan payments beginning in January of 2023. So, how does this relief plan work? What are we talking about? So the U.S. Department of Education will provide up to 20,000 in debt cancellation to Pell Grant recipients with loans held by the Department of Education, and up to 10,000 in debt cancellation to non-Pell Grant recipients. So borrowers are eligible for this relief if their individual income is less than 125,000 as a single or 250,000 for a household. So what do you need to do in order to receive this loan forgiveness? Well, there'll be some applications coming out or will be available in the next coming weeks for those, whether it be our children or our you yourself, to be able to complete those applications. And if you would like to be notified by the U.S. Department of Education when the application is open, please sign up with the Department of Education subscription page, and that address is ed.gov/subscriptions ed.gov/subscriptions to sign up for the Department of Education to get information on this debt relief program. So, it's so interesting. There's all kinds of things moving, and there's other things that will be coming out over the next several weeks. But for people who still have a lot to pay down with high interest debt, this is really an opportunity to get a jump start, to really look at, okay, let's get my head together about what is my real reality on this debt, if I still have it even after this cancellation. And give yourself permission. One, it's not your fault, it's a broken system. And two, that how are you going to use this as a springboard to really be proactive around your money and around your debt? So I recommend that you start paying down your debt and really be methodical about it. Whether you also have credit card debt or other high interest debt that you may have been accruing. So if you do have low interest student loan debt, well, this is kind of like a chance to take the gift, so to speak, metaphorically, from the federal government to work in your favor. Use the relief to grow your net worth. You either do that by debt reduction or contribution, like directing it to a Roth IRA or make a down payment on a home. Don't consider it a boondoggle and spend the money willy nilly. Think smartly about how you'll use this money to set yourself up for a better future. So, unfortunately, this is a systemic problem that universities grapple with on how to provide an education for jobs that don't exist and to add value for the costs that you pay. So, it's kind of a band aid approach with what the government has done when the real issue is keeping universities and colleges accountable to creating value for the education that you receive, that you can find a job with the skill sets that you get to actually have income that's productive and contributing to society. So when I think about my daughter's friends and their excitement over this debt cancellation, and I think of one of my girlfriends who said that her 30-year-old son is finally going to pay off his remaining school balance, I get excited. I get excited for the I get excited for the opportunities of youth to make a difference. So, thank you for your time. If it's helpful, please share, like, and send to someone that you think it would be helpful with. Thank you so much.